everyone, Kimberly here, and today I want to show you a really great technique with a glue pen and some gold foiling. But first I want to show you how easy it is to create a beautiful marbled background using the marble image that's in the Modern Plus Marbled kit. Now this background is simple and beautiful because I'm just stamping it in one color, but there are a lot of different ways to make beautiful marbled background with this stamp. So make sure and check out some of my other videos about how to create marble backgrounds. What I love about this stamp is how you can turn the image around and fill in all the spaces to create a beautiful, elegant background. And my favorite part is how these two pieces can hook together simply by moving the stamp around. And now we have a beautiful marble background. In the Modern Plus Marbled kit, there is a die that cuts out the word thank you, but there's also a stamp. Using the glue pen, this Nuvo medium tip glue pen that's in the Modern Plus Marbled kit, you can actually gold foil a stamped sentiment without needing a glue pad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some really light color ink here and ink up my stamp, and I'm going to stamp it onto my card. And this is going to be the guideline for my pen. Before I stamp my image though, I want to make sure that I put it in a place that's pleasing for the eye in design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my grid here and I'm going to find a place to set my sentiment. And I can see that where two lines meet is a great place to put that. So that's right where I'm going to stamp it so that I know that my design is spot on. Now that I've stamped my image, I am going to use this, like I said, as a guideline for my pen. When I start using my pen, I'm going to push it down until the glue starts to flow. You'll see it start flowing because it will come out in a pale blue color. I will use my pen to follow along the stamped image. So I'm literally going to trace over my stamped sentiment, going nice and smooth and easy. Now remember, this pen has two, you can use it the flat way with the chisel or the point, so it gives you some control over thick and thin lines. I'm going to use the Nuvo Gilding Flakes in Gold, which are also in the Modern Plus Marble kit, to put over these words. However, before I start, I have to make sure that my glue is set, and I will know that this glue is set because it will go from pale blue to white. Mine isn't quite dry yet, so I'm going to wave it and blow on it a little bit to help dry it and speed that up. When my glue has turned to a milky white color, I can go ahead and apply these gilding flakes over the top. Using a brush, I'm going to push the flakes down into my stamped image and where my glue is, and then using a circular motion, I will sweep away all the excess gilding flakes and leaving behind the sentiment that I traced from my stamp. And I think it's such a cool effect. It's such a great way to do this because now my card is completely flat, perfect for mailing. It's also great for making a whole bunch of cards like this. And I love that I could use the stamp and that glue pen without worrying about having a special glue ink pad. And how beautiful is that? As long as I'm making a card to send somebody and making a set of stationery to give to somebody, I'm going to go ahead and make the envelopes extra special too. Using a large Post-it note, I'm going to mask off the rest of my envelope, leaving only the flap open for me to stamp on. Once again, I'll use my marble image, turning it around to fill in the flap of my envelope. I love how elegant this has turned out by simply just stamping onto the flap of my envelope. As long as we had the glue pen and the gilding flakes out, I thought I'd show you again how easy it is to add some gold to the edge of your envelopes. I'm going to use my chisel tip and follow a straight line along the edge of my envelope. Once again, when the glue goes from that powder blue to the milky white, I can go ahead and apply my gilding flakes over the top and push them in, and then use that circular motion with my brush to take all the excess off. One of the things I like to do with the envelope, because I found as I'm doing the envelopes, I have to go along the very edge with my brush and get a lot of the extra away, more so than when I'm just doing it directly on paper. And look at how beautiful that is. Now, I'm sure some of you are thinking, oh, this is a huge mess. It's not really that bad of a mess. I like to use a piece of scratch paper underneath what I'm working on, and then I can simply return all of the flakes to the jar that I haven't used, and then I simply take a baby wipe and wipe the rest away. So not only do I have a beautiful card with a beautiful gold sentiment, I also have a couple of options for some gorgeous matching envelopes. Have fun creating some beautiful stationery.